Gregory Keene continues with another chapter of the story from the penthouse at the top of Cunningham Towers.
"48 hours I've been here, almost to the minute. I've become a chap called Sammy Rice, an army deserter with a record fathoms long, and I'm in possession of the letter from Bruno Kesselring that brought me up to this apartment. I've heard of the deadly NightShade, but I've no idea what it is. Yet in some way or another, it's connected with the disappearance of Kesselring himself. And right now I'm standing close to probably the most beautiful girl I've ever seen in my life, who looks as though she'd like to watch me eaten by wolves."
What did you say?
"I want you to tell me what became of a man called Bruno Walter Kesselring."
Who would he be?
"A chemist."
I don't know any chemists. The only ones I've ever spoken to have sold me lipstick.
"Not that kind of a chemist. A scientist."
Look, you, Sammy Rice, or whatever you call yourself, I've never heard of Bruno Kesselring. I don't want to hear of Bruno Kesselring. In 1 minute, I'm going to call the police and have you arrested. And when you come up for trial, I'm perfectly certain you'll get off if you plead insanity. Now get out of here, but quick.
You know, you're really doing this very well.
Time's running out for you, chummy.
I hate to have to say this, but I simply can't let you use that phone.
You'll stop me how?
Now, how would you suggest? I've 2 arms, count 'em.
You touch me and I let out a yell that'll split the walls wide open.
No, I don't want to get rough with you.
Get your hands off me.
Well, do have some sense. Take it as read. I can keep you away from your phone. I can keep you quiet.
No one mauls me.
To begin with, what's your name?
I can pull strings in this town. I can't do anything right now.
Then be a good girl and stand still.
But I'll see that some friends of mine catch up with you, and when they do, boy, you'll finish up pulp.
You're making my blood run cold. What's your name?
It's on the door.
I didn't come in by the door. What's your name?
Cherry Reed.
Am I hurting you?
Yes.
If I let you go, will you behave yourself?
Under my own roof, an intruder tells me to... All right. Yes.
That's better. Sorry about your arms, but I don't think they'll bruise.
Look, Sammy Rice, or whatever you call yourself, how long does this go on? We're getting strictly nowhere.
We could if you'd tell me about Kesselring.
What do I have to do to convince you? You're mixing me up with someone else. You're unhinged. It's a crazy joke. I don't know. Will you please get out of here and leave me alone? If you do, I won't even send for the police.
Now you are scared a little.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Who are you and what are you?
What in the world? All right, if it'll humour you. I'm 26 and I've too much money and no family. I'm sponged on by people who call themselves my friends. And I'm fair game for every handsome heel who'd like to marry a chunk of my bank balance. And I'm bored to extinction.
Just a poor little witch girl, eh? I'm going to take a chance on you, Sherry. Here. There's something I want you to read.
What is it?
Just read it.
If the authorities open this letter, I will no longer be alive. Go to the Cunningham Towers apartments at Point Elizabeth. The occupant of the penthouse apartment will be able to tell you what became of me and why. See that she hangs for it. Bruno Kesselring. That's me.
And that's why I'm here.
See that she hangs for it. I've never even heard of Kesselring. I want to sit down.
Yes, I think you'd better.
What am I mixed up in? What is all this?
Have you ever heard of the deadly NightShade?
No. For heaven's sake, tell me, what is this all about? See that she hangs for it? It sends a chill up my spine. What am I supposed to have done?
If I'm wrong, if I take another chance on you...
What are you talking about now?
My life.
Your name's not Sammy Rice, is it?
No. My name's Gregory George Athelston Keene. I'm a major of MI5. I believe you know nothing about Kesselring, and I'm as much in the dark as you are.
Could you use a drink?
Something about 200 proof.
Then come with me. I still think you're crazy, but so am I. You want to know something else?
What?
I'm not going to phone for the police. I'm not even going to phone for the tough chums to wait for you round the corner.
And why aren't you?
Because you intrigue me. And I'm not bored anymore. If you like rum, you'll find some in there that comes from Jamaica and kicks like a bolt from the blue.
The kite goes up tomorrow night. Our timing must be perfect.
Where do I come in?
You don't come into the actual killing at all, Nicky.
That's right, Barnes. You're to go to my place tomorrow and step into Keen's shoes. As soon as we're in position, I'm taking you to Evelyn Channel, Marriott Police Headquarters, fellows in my own bureau, and introducing you all round as Gregory Keene. And we'll press on from there.
Who does the actual bumping off?
Should I tell him, Carlotta?
Why not?
Mike Gusick.
But the thing I can't understand, how the deuce are you going to...
Look, old chap. You're like those characters in the Light Brigade. Yours not the reason why or how. You just do as you're told. Speak when you're told to speak. Sit down, lie down, get up, stand on your head. Now to live and breathe Gregory George Athelstan Keene till we're finished with you. Ask no questions and get out of the way when the job's done.
Oh, really, Felix, you'll hurt his feelings.
Would you care to give me a lecture in the humanities, Huberman? When you've this fellow Brett locked up in a cellar till you find it convenient to use him as a corpse? When your pet thug's going to butcher him with a gun, you'll hand straight to Keene? When you've turned Keene into Sammy Ricer, he'll swing for a murder?
Nicky, you talk too much.
And I'll get away with it. Right now, I can swipe the pair of you as hard as I darn well like. And why?
Oh, tell us, Nicky.
Because you need me, and you need me badly. Because you and your NightShade ring will fall flat on your faces unless you can stop Gregory Keene dead in his tracks. Because there aren't 10 men in Sydney with my talent and my background to take Keene's place for you and make it stick. That's why.
You tell him, Felix.
Barnes, old boy, we own you.
How do you earn me?
We could have you hanged for a murder you committed in London. The girl you didn't want to marry, remember?
What couldn't I see you two hang for if I opened my mouth?
That's right. So far it's a draw. But you see, we have Mike Gusick to swing the balance. You haven't. Always remember just where you stand, Barnes, or we won't be paying you off in the green crackler ones. Get it?
Sure. I get it.
All right. We don't need you anymore. Close it after you.
Where do you want me to go?
Just out. That's right.
Why do you antagonize him so, Felix?
There's only one way to control fellows like that, to keep them scared.
He's a rat. Corner him and he'd bare his teeth.
Let him do anything he likes. Won't make any difference. You know, how stupid can chaps like that be, Carlotta? Wouldn't you think he'd realize what's in store for him when we no longer need him as Gregory Keene?
I said you were crazy. Now I'm sure of it. After all that's happened to you, how in the world can you bring yourself to tell me so much?
Well, above everything at this moment, I need an outsider I can trust.
But why me? I'm the one in Bruno Kesselring's letter.
You're quite obviously nothing but what you appear.
What would that be?
Someone who gets a great big kick out of new sensations.
If that's all, what did you tell me so much for?
You won't spread it about.
What's to stop me?
Well, if it got about too much, if the people behind the deadly NightShade and the killing of Manuel Torres hear about it, they might come after you. You might walk in another night and find someone else out there on your terrace.
Shut up, Keene.
But you will keep quiet, won't you?
Yes. Not for those hollow reasons. I'm not as tough as I make out, and my hide's not thick, but just the same, I take a lot of scaring.
Why else would you keep what I've told you to yourself?
Because... Oh, let's forget it.
Just as you like. Well, I'm off. Thanks for the drinks, and I'm sorry about the informal entrance.
Will I see you again? Ever?
I doubt it.
Why not?
Would there be the slightest point?
Stuck my neck out, eh?
Look, Sherry Reed, I'm in deep, in a savage and vicious business. In it right up to here. You just touched the fringe of it tonight. Take my advice and stay clear.
You're going to go back being Sammy Rice?
Yes.
You're going to walk your tightrope blindfolded, waiting for a shot from a dark alley or a knife in the back. You're just going to feel your way further into the labyrinth with only a messy death for you at the end of it. What are you made of, Keene?
Don't let it worry you, Petal. Bye.
You really want to know why I'll keep quiet for you?
All right, why?
Because you're one of those new sensations. Now go back to being Sammy Rice, and I wish you luck. Bye.
I left the Cunningham Towers and came back to this dingy room in the slum, turning the mystery of Kesselring's letter over and over with every step. Out of the cab, into the house, up the stairs, into my room. A second ago, I shut the door behind me. I reached for the switch. I can feel the hairs rising on the back of my neck. I'm not alone. Who are you? Speak up.
I waited a long time for you, Sammy. Now I'm going to pay you in full.
Who's this? First Torres, then the thugs, then Evelyn, then Huberman, Carlotta Magnani, and the bartender at the Poinsettia Club. Tonight, Sherry Reed. And now, finally, a voice in the dark. Sherry was right. I am getting too deep in the labyrinth of the deadly NightShade.
Who was waiting in the dark for Gregory Keene? Listen to the next chapter in this story of intrigue, Deadly NightShade.